My mother-in-law planned to have my son baptized without my permission, so I got her banned and kicked out of church. My wife and I have a 2-year-old son and have been married for 4 years. Our anniversary was a month ago, and my wife asked her parents if they would be willing to watch our son, and they agreed as long as we dropped him off at their house. That worked for us since it was on our way anyway. I was raised Lutheran, and my wife was raised Catholic, but neither of us currently go to church and have not had our son baptized. My mother-in-law knows this and hates it. She thinks our son needs to be baptized, or he will burn in hell. She's that kind of Catholic. So we go on our trip, and when we pick up our son and ask how the weekend went, MIL says everything went fine and that she has saved my son's soul from the devil. I asked her what she meant, and she said she had our son baptized that morning at her church. I tried my best to keep my cool so I didn't scream at MIL in front of my son, but I grabbed my son and left. On the car ride home, I was fuming and told my wife as calmly as I could that this would be the last time her parents had our son unsupervised. She tried to downplay what her mom had done, but I told her we needed to wait until we got home to talk about it because I was not fighting in front of my kid. Things got heated when we got home and had a chance to talk about it. I told my wife I no longer trusted her parents with our son and that if they did something like this behind our backs, I couldn't trust them to respect our wishes as parents in the future. I said this was a massive breach of trust, and I will forever look at her mom differently. She continued to try to defend her mom, saying that she was only doing what she thought was best for her grandson. She downplayed it by saying that it's just a little water and a few words, and we don't go to church anyway, so what does it matter? I told her that I would not allow her parents to watch our son by themselves again. I said we could still let them see their grandson, but only if we were present. I also said that if she doesn't see the big deal with this situation, maybe we aren't on the same page as parents, and perhaps we need to see a counselor. She started crying and said that this isn't the kind of decision I get to make on my own, and I'm an a-hole for trying to tell her what type of relationship her parents can have with our son. I told her that I no longer have any trust or respect for her parents and that I don't know if they can do anything to repair that. I told her I don't care if that makes me an asshole, but what her parents did was unforgivable in my eyes, and they put themselves in this position to lose privileges with our son. She's been trying to convince me to change my mind for the last month, but I'm not budging. To me, this is a hill I'm willing to die on. Update. My wife was in on it. I confronted her a few days after posting and asked her if she knew her parents planned this. She broke down and confessed everything to me. Mael had been bugging her about baptizing our son nonstop, and my wife finally caved. My wife has been working from home, and my job requires me to go into the office. My wife and Mael started doing Zoom meetings with Mael's priest to begin the baptism process. They lied to the priest and told him that I was okay with baptizing our son, but didn't want to be involved. The priest allowed it, and they started doing online baptism classes while I was at work. My wife admitted that she planned it around our anniversary getaway, and that MIL had convinced the priest that she and Phil would be the only ones in attendance. My wife told me I wasn't supposed to find out, but Meal couldn't keep her mouth shut for even one day. They intended to keep this from me permanently. I did contact the church to let them know the truth. I talked with the priest, and he was surprisingly helpful. He said he would take the proper steps to ensure MIL is no longer welcome in their church, and to reach out to the local parish to see what further steps need to be taken. I'm still waiting to hear back from them on that. My wife and Mael are mad that I got her kicked out of her church, but I don't care what they think or feel anymore. These people I love and trust had betrayed me, and I felt many emotions I didn't know existed. My wife begged for forgiveness, but the fact that she didn't come clean on her own makes me feel she would have kept this from me unless I confronted her. She's willing to do therapy, counseling, whatever it takes. I don't know if I want to put in that work. I feel like there's no return from this. I contacted a divorce lawyer and started discussing what a divorce would look like, and if there was any way I could add provisions to a divorce agreement that would keep my in-laws from seeing my son unsupervised. He's been accommodating, but I have not yet given him the go-ahead to file for divorce. I feel I am still too angry about the entire thing to reason and want to give myself time to fully grasp what a divorce will mean for me and my family. My wife and I aren't talking much. I go to work, come home to play with my son, go to bed, and repeat.